Pediatric Obesity Week, and while I don't like to focus on weight, especially in children, it is a growing problem, and it's not necessarily the weight but the lifestyle, which I think is much more important to focus on. So thought I would share a few things that I teach, and I think that questions that come up often in practice. What should children eat? And it's the same as adults. The most important thing is eating more fruits and vegetables, whole grains, beans and legumes, nuts and seeds, but really that key is more of. I think we focus so often on what we shouldn't be doing, and especially in children, you don't want to set up a negative relationship with food. And so really, we all need to change how we look at food. And I often talk about food, not as macros or calories. And that's really important, number one. And another thing is focusing on increasing the amount of fruits and vegetables. And it shouldn't be a struggle or a fight, I should say. Often, I went through it myself with my kids. My daughter was really picky growing up. And so trying to get her to eat more fruits and vegetables. Now, that's one thing I would like to say, that fruits are just as good as vegetables. If you're talking about eating food in its whole, unprocessed fruit, people that consume more fruit, children that grow up eating more fruit, have lower risk of cancer when they get older, lower risk of diabetes, lower risk of heart disease. The list goes on and on and on. So fruit in its unprocessed form is wonderful to consume. And fruit, not fruit juice, which is a big one, because we think that fruit juice is really trendy and popular right now. And while in some cases, people may enjoy juice, I will say that fruit, the whole fruit, is better because it has the fiber and all of the other nutrients that are intact. When you juice it, you strip away a lot of those good nutrients, and you make it something that can be quickly consumed in a large volume. Whereas if you're eating the fruit, just the process of eating the fruit is slower. You're getting more fiber, and it's more filling and more satisfying. So you're less likely to overconsume when you're consuming something that's in its whole unprocessed form. So that's another big tip. So eating more fruits and vegetables, not making it a war, just recognizing that children's tastes, adults' tastes change too, but they have to be exposed to food sometimes multiple times, sometimes more than 20 times before they like it. So even if they have broccoli one time and they don't like it, it doesn't mean that all bets are off, never serve broccoli again. You keep trying. And it is a thing. Think of all the things as a child that you didn't like, and now as an adult you do. So just recognize that it doesn't mean it's forever. And just having that variety there. A lot of times, what I would do with my daughter is that didn't like, vegetables or certain vegetables, I would do fruit as a side. So when you're making a meal, I always look at making sure that they're getting a variety of different fruits and vegetables. So adding the fruit as a side instead of, the vegetable, or in addition to the vegetable, so that they're getting something. Letting them choose, a new thing to try is always great. Helping them learn to love fruits and vegetables. One way is gardening. So growing something from a seed or a plant and then actually experiencing that and being able to harvest it and eat it yourself is great. Also, I used to always take my kids with me to the farmer's market. If you have a local market, it's a great way for them to try new things, see new things, and a lot of times it's a lot of fun. So that's another good way to get them involved and interested in eating more fruits and vegetables. So that's tip number one, more fruits and vegetables. Stay tuned for more.